February 2024, I was standing at a Munich bus station, waiting for the next ride to catch, when a random woman walked up to me and tapped my shoulder. When I moved my headphones, she smiled at me wide and proclaimed, "I like your outfit." And just like that, the interaction was over. At the time, affection from strangers like that was rare, so it stuck with me. The fact of how distinctly I can recall the event is proof of that. I wonder, however, when that dynamic flipped. Last week I went to the gym at night, and a cute guy walked up to me. Once again tapping my shoulder, he said, "I like your outfit." He paused to gauge my reaction, and seeing my blatant disinterest, a somewhat disappointed face came across. The entire time, the only thing that I could think of was, when will this be over? I wake up to 10, sometimes 20 compliments every day. Some from romantic interests, but most from strangers. And what does it do to me? Nothing. I used to pray for times like these, but with affection, there comes a certain point of diminishing returns decently quickly. You've seen the direction of my content, and many people have been asking me to make an OnlyFans or Twitter, and honestly, I'm not opposed to it. One of the reasons I think I'm considering it so much is that I rarely enjoy sex to begin with, so porn seems like a monetization of things I already don't really seem to enjoy. Now there are exceptions, but this is just a general trend. I often have the impulse to just get it over with, and I slip into a working persona. It becomes tedious, it becomes work, and because I like to work, I get it over with. In that moment, pleasing the other just becomes a necessity, and my wishes become irrelevant. Pain becomes irrelevant. And what's left is a pretty body that moves to the rhythm, that looks passionate, that takes and gives more than most. I will be attentive, see what works, where you're sensitive, what you like, maybe even find things you didn't even know you liked. But in my heart I will be elsewhere. In the end, chances are you'll be happy and I'll be happy that you're happy. Fundamentally, it doesn't stray far from many other services I provide. I cook, I clean, I'll help you work out, and sometimes I fuck you silly. The interesting part is, I do remember a time where I enjoyed sex, a little. At the start it was exciting, but now it feels like just another part of my life that has been commodified. And when it's already like that, why not profit off it? My body is a commodity, so is my labor, so are my passions, so why not my pleasure? Very few things in my life are left which are not products yet. One could argue that in writing and sharing this, I'm commodifying my inner thoughts, and that is becoming a product as well. A month ago, a text like this would have ended up in my diary, but now the world gets to see. I wonder how far my status as a product will go. What part of my life will become a profitable avenue next? Another thing that drives me towards pornography is that functionally I don't see a difference between selling my labor or my body. This seems to be a hot take of sorts, but honestly, I don't know why. Why do we draw the line at sex when the act of exploitation in and of itself is completely normalized, no glorified? You could be living in the same conditions as an actual slave, working unreasonable hours, focusing on nothing but work and sleep, and people would call you disciplined, locked in. People out there are selling their entire lives, but draw the line at commercializing intimacy. And who says that your intellectual property is not an intimate thing in and of itself? Or to be even blunter, who says your manual labor isn't? Does a craftsman or a chef not pour a part of their soul into every creation? Is that not more sacred than some fake moans and a bit of joking? I'm not trying to soft launch a career in pornography here. I've just been so tired of a corporate life. Let me paint you a picture. Engaged viewers might have seen a story of me of an actual work meeting. Turns out criticizing the company has its consequences. So 1 week later, I sit in the HR office with my boss's boss and a lady from HR. They sit across me on a long meeting table, laptops drawn like swords on a battleground. They can't criticize my performance, I work fast and good. No, my issue is my stance on generative AI. At first my boss asks why I don't like AI, and I try to make my point. But what I fail to realize is that the validity of my point here does not matter. After I tell her my points, my boss quickly lays out the problem. Is lessening the team morale. At first I want to make a rebuttal. They did ask for my honest opinion after all. But quickly I can tell they want me to fall in line. I don't have leverage here. I can't afford to be a contrarian. And I can distinctly feel all my passion leave my body. I enter the same mode I do when I have sex even though I don't want to. From the outside, it might have even looked like I'm becoming more positive, like I'm finally coming around. I put on my customer service voice. A voice of undisturbable positivity, reserved only for people whose mind I know I can't change. The HR lady and my boss take turns laying into me, each word said with a smile and filled to the brim with venom. It's palpable. And finally, it's over. I'd never felt so used in my entire life. Even when a lot gone by told me this meant nothing and that he just wanted to kiss, it felt more genuine than this.
Breaking news! Raging transsexual with foreigner background loses job. I guess you have to find enjoyment in unemployment. Fucking fat. 500 million to Israel.
I knew then that the soul and passion I had put into my work was truly exploited. I know now I'm a commodity, a product to be sold. Either way I spin it. So does it matter if I sell my body or my soul? Hardly.